when they're trying to escape from predators. You see, the ocean can be a very dangerous place, and apart from man's impact, seals like Mav do need to be aware of predators. Now these can be things like killer whales, and there's another scary predator out there. Does anyone know what it is? I think Mavi's giving you a pretty big hint there, guys. That's right, there are sharks out there. As you can see, Mav pulls off a pretty impressive shark impersonation, cruising around the pool there. But what he's showing you is, in fact, a natural behaviour that seals will do when they're looking to cool down on a hot summer's day. You see, those thick fur coats are so good at keeping the heat in that it's only their naked and hairless flippers which allow the heat out. And on a warm day like today, any one of those 4 flippers will do the job. Well, that's not his most handsome side. Thank you, Mav. We might spin you around. Guys, how do you think Mav did to start our show? You do okay? You do okay, Mav? What do you think? You did alright? Yeah, you would. Okay, you want to wave goodbye to everyone? Good boy, sweetie. Well, Mav's going to head off stage. Up you go, buddy. And he's making way for another friend of his. The next seal coming out here is one of the biggest seals we have here at Seal Theatre. His name is Marley, so please make him welcome as he heads on out here. Now, Marley is a very gorgeous Australian sea lion, and these guys are in fact the rarest species of sea lion to be found anywhere in the world. Now, Marley is a mature male, and we can tell this because he's got that beautiful blonde mane on the top of his head and this lovely chocolate brown fur coat underneath. Now, if he were a female or an immature male, he would have a silver bottom and would be white on top. Now, Marley's got a pretty quiet voice, so to say hi, he's going to have to borrow my mic. I have to get him nice and close. Good boy, sweetie. Now, before Mavi left, he was showing us some of the different predators which seals have when they're out there in the wild. But when seals aren't looking out for predators, they themselves make very good hunters. Marley has a healthy diet, and on an average day, he puts away around 7 kilos of fish. And while he doesn't need to stop and chew his fish, all he needs to do is grab it head first, and down it goes whole. You see, that way the spines and the scales on the fish don't get stuck in his throat, and he can fill up nice and fast. Now, although he doesn't spend too much time chewing his food, he still has a great set of strong teeth, so you'd expect him to have a very lovely smile. How beautiful is that? And I can tell you now, eating 7 kilos of fish every day means he's got some pretty bad breath to go with that smile. What's your breath like, Marley? Yeah, you're right, it's a bit sticky. But jokes aside, seals like Marley do need to keep themselves well groomed, and that's pretty easy for them to do because they're fully equipped with all the tools that they need to do this. Now, when Marley curls over his rear flipper, he exposes 3 claws or nails that come in very handy for grooming through that thick fur coat. Good boy, Marley. Now, his front flippers also come in handy for grooming because they're big and they're soft, so they make the perfect face washer. Beautiful, Marley. Well, guys, now that Marley's washed his face and he's looking nice and presentable, I'm going to send him over to the front so you guys can have a nice close-up look at him. But once he gets there, I want you to pay particular attention to his whiskers, because hopefully he's going to show you just how much control he has over them. So you ready, Marley? Over you go. Next behaviour, I need everyone's help. On the count of 3, I want everyone to yell out whiskers for me, and we'll see what Marley does. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Now, those whiskers are so sensitive that they are what help him find his way through dark and murky water and even track down a fish in the process. Now, they also help him do another behaviour, but this next behaviour isn't a natural behaviour. However, it is the best way that we can demonstrate how sensitive a seal's whiskers are. Now, when Marley balances this on his nose, watch those whiskers closely, because they will be wrapped up around the ball. And although they're not strong enough to hold the ball on his nose, they'll be detecting which way the ball is going to fall, and he can then compensate with a movement from his neck and body. Now, this is a pretty tricky behaviour for a seal to do, so if Marley makes it back up onto the wharf, with this on his nose, I want everyone to go crazy for him. Let's see how we go. oceans are home to over 1 million different species, and they all live in a very special balance. Beautiful, mate. However, if we upset that balance too much, the damage may be irreversible, and no matter how good seals are at finding food, well, they simply may not survive. Now, seals like Marley are well equipped with those sensitive whiskers, sharp vision and terrific hearing. They can also hold their breath underwater for much longer than we can. So what do you reckon, buddy? Have you left any fish in our pool today? You want to have a shot? Check. Check properly. Is there anything down there? Didn't think so. But sadly though, this is becoming the case for Marley's wild cousins as well. And this is due to the problem that we're facing with overfishing. You see, we're simply catching and consuming more fish than we're allowing to breed in our oceans. Now, seals like Marley are really resourceful animals, and some seals have resorted to stealing fish from fishing boats and fishing nets in the hope of getting themselves a free and easy meal. You can see that Marley's found himself some netting, and in the wild, if he were to come across some netting, he'd grab a hold of it, shake it around, see what he can get out of it. Maybe wet a few people in the process. Come on, it's nice and warm, get them wet. That's it. Good boy, Marley. Sadly though, it's innocent fun like this which can quickly turn dangerous. You see, if a seal becomes entangled in netting, they could become unable to feed. As you can imagine, when that seal grows, the net's not going to grow with them. It can end up restricting them, and it can lead to a very sad and painful ending. That's really sad, Marley. But luckily he's only acting, and I'm here to help him out. Now guys, there is a solution, but we do need your help. So to tell you a bit more about it, I'd like you to welcome to the front of the stage, Steve. Over to you, Steve.
Thank you very much, Danielle and Marley. Big round of applause for those guys. Danielle will be back shortly with another one of our beautiful sea lions. But now that you've heard about the state of the world's oceans, we'd like you to help make a difference. There's a couple of really easy ways that you can do that. First of all, who here has